Yo, we're about to check out the 7 deadly sins as YouTubers. If you're excited for our like, comment, subscribe, we're on the way to 25K. And without further ado, let's dive in.
The 7 deadly sins: greed, lust, envy, pride, gluttony, wrath, and sloth. There are 7 YouTubers in particular that perfectly exemplify these 7 deadly sins.
Oh, I know 3 of them.
Starting with greed. Greed is thought of as the uncontrolled longing for something when someone has to sacrifice something important to get it. Jake Tran is the perfect candidate for this sin. Well,
premium documentaries on money, power, war, and crime. 1.67 million subscribers. Am I slow?
Jake definitely seems to be enjoying his life with expensive watches and fancy vacations. What did he sacrifice to get there? Well, that would be his video quality. There was a point in time when Jake was producing some of the best documentary content on YouTube, and his channel would absolutely explode because of it. But Jake sees himself as a capitalist, so he needed to optimize his machine. At first, this optimization would start out small and barely noticeable. However, it wouldn't be long until this machine was so optimized it would lose the soul that everyone loved in the first place. Completely outsource the editing to people on Fiverr? Check. Include a sponsor in every video? Check. Accept deals from scammy sponsors that have...
Okay, the first 2, the last one, damn. Sometimes it gets overwhelmed. I feel like the bigger you get, the more you're trying to do and the more you're trying to get yourself out there. I don't see the problem with hiring someone to do something for you because it can get overwhelming. The ad part, nigga trying to get a bag.
Questionable products they want to sell to his fans.
If he's ODing like 3 ads a video, okay, I can see where you're coming from. But if you throw like 1 ad every now and then, like, bro, come on now.
Could definitely make the argument that Jake is even more successful after he indulged in greed. But the same could not be said for the YouTuber who indulged in lust. Lust is thought of as unbridled sexual desire, often when one has to sacrifice something pure because of it. James Charles is the perfect candidate for the sin of lust. The beauty YouTuber who was on top of the world but allowed his empire to be destroyed because of his desires. In late 2020, James was gaining an impressive average of nearly 150 million monthly views, but it wouldn't be long until his reputation was completely destroyed, beginning with James saying he was into straight men.
Want a boy who is straight.
Love that for you. That's easy.
I love that for you.
After James was photographed at Coachella with a straight Instagram model named Gage Gomez, he would respond to the questions asking if this was his new boyfriend with the following tweet.
Nope, unfortunately I'm still very single. This boy played me for months on end and is a disgusting con artist. I'm thankful I had my friends with me to protect me.
After James tweeted, Gage would release a video alleging James was pressuring him into meeting up and beginning a physical relationship. But this drama would look like nothing in comparison to the events that would be the downfall of James Charles. It would all start when a Twitter user named Isaiah13 would make a tweet saying,
"If you're gonna text someone, make sure you know their age. He added me on Insta. My Insta has my TikTok, which shows my age."
Isaiah would then reveal on his TikTok James had been pressuring him to send explicit photos. It wouldn't be long until several other individuals would also come forward alleging they had a similar experience. James has not had a single month of positive subscriber growth since the drama. But unlike James, the next YouTuber on this list would explode in subscribers once his drama began. To envy is to have a longing arousal for someone else's belongings. But to take it a step farther is to have an extreme desire to actually be someone else. This personifies White Boy M, a YouTuber who constructed his entire personality around that of a more popular YouTuber, I Show Speed. Before M was trying to become Speed by emulating him, he would post interview style content, but pay attention to how his voice sounds.
How many years did Richard Nixon serve president?
Oh, child, I am not even about to lie to y'all boys right now, bro. I was on Omegle
And a guy actually showed, you know, his like, yeah, like his
The
private
pinch.
part, bro.
The speed imitation would begin when M would start off a live stream with the title Live with iShowSpeed. The live stream would gain significantly more traction because of the clickbait title, signaling to M that speed was his ticket to virality. Over the coming months, M would begin acting more and more like Speed, talking completely differently than he used to. This would continue until a series of clips would completely blow up White Boy M's channel.
Really? I have 14 out of 15 bubbles, bro. Are you serious right now, bro?
But internet success from directly copying someone else is never sustainable in the long run, which is reflected by M's statistics. While White Boy M would be considered somewhat of a small YouTuber, the next YouTuber on this list is one of the biggest on the platform and is representing Pride. Pride is defined as dangerously corrupt selfishness, putting one's own desires, urges, wants, and whims before the welfare of others. If we take a look at the events that transpired in Logan Paul's YouTube career, Pride would be a perfect descriptor to summarize them. Starting with his early Vine days, which could best be described as him acting like a public nuisance. Pride could certainly be seen in these type of videos because he was acting like an idiot, annoying the public for his own personal gain. But Logan Paul's prideful actions would only get worse from here on out.
The GOAT.
The major event we could point to would be when Logan filmed a vlog in a Japanese forest, which is colloquially called the Suicide Forest. While filming his vlog, he was acting in his normal over-the-top kid-friendly manner, but the worst part of the whole situation would be when he showed an actual dead body of a man who had deleted himself. After a huge apology tour, it would appear that Logan had reconstructed.
Oh, I heard something about going to the Suicide Forest. I never went deep into it. I didn't really care. That is crazy.
His reputation, but he would again put his own wants before the welfare of others.
So somebody was just hanging or whatever, and
later.
No way.
In early 2022,
That's
Logan would
insane.
begin his foray into crypto. This journey would start with a few promotions of what are called pump and dump coins. These are coins designed to make their founders money without providing any value to the community that supported them. Logan would profit immensely from promoting these coins, but these promotions would pale in comparison to Logan's own project, CryptoZoo, a game which, similar to a pump and dump coin, was designed with a minimal amount of effort to earn as much money as possible for its founders. The game would be broken and underdeveloped, leaving a huge trail of victims who lost significant sums of money after believing in Logan's promises. While Logan Paul is big on YouTube, this YouTuber is also big but in a different way and is our candidate for gluttony. Gluttony is the overconsumption and overindulgence in something to the point of waste. The genre of YouTube videos known as mukbang would be the perfect candidate to represent gluttony, as the videos involve preparing an ungodly amount of food and then attempting to finish it. But when choosing a specific YouTuber to represent gluttony, it would have to be Nikocado Avocado.
Oh, bro, my skin. Yo.
Nikocado Avocado, otherwise known as Nicholas Perry, would be.
What is that? Do y'all see?
Begin his YouTube channel in Colombia.
Yo, that's not even the same person. Oh my god. That's not even the same person.
Documenting his vegan life when he moved there with his then boyfriend. He would cover various things about his lifestyle, but his channel would only start gaining a decent amount of traction on his videos when he ate food in front of the camera, otherwise known as a mukbang. At first, these mukbangs would start out with a somewhat reasonable amount of vegan food and usually involve Nicholas finishing it. But about a year into his YouTube journey, Nicholas would make a video stating his frustrations with the vegan community and saying he would be departing from it. From this point forward, although his dishes were still very healthy, they would occasionally start containing meat in them. But being in the mukbang niche meant that to stay interesting and compete against the other YouTubers, Nicholas would have to up the portions and the visual intrigue of the food he was eating. The food Nikocado Avocado was eating began to become increasingly unhealthy, and
Damn.
The portions larger as time
They
went
do look
on.
good,
With
though.
this
Well, some of
gradual
them.
change, his
Some of
weight
them.
would increase as well, transforming the once skinny vegan
Nah,
YouTuber
he looks
into
so
a
different.
morbidly
He looks
obese
so
person
different.
that uses a mobility scooter to get around.
What?
Nikocado went from vegan to meat lover, and the next
What? You're digging a Big Mac and mac and cheese.
YouTuber would be very angry at him, which is perfect because she's our candidate for Wrath.
I
Wrath
actually don't know
is
who
the
this
most
is.
simple of the 7 deadly sins, and is pretty much thought of as excessive anger. Thinking about angry YouTubers, images of raging gamers probably come to mind, but there's actually someone who's much more angry than them. Observing her outward appearances, she would probably be one of the last people you would think should fill this spot on the list. But the truth is, she's one of the most angry YouTubers of them all. That vegan teacher, otherwise known as Katie Dykmeyer, would create her channel on July 21st, 2018, but she wouldn't start uploading until the pandemic began in 2020. Her videos would start off very tame and would be what you would expect from a typical vegan activist, although her videos would change forever once she made the discovery that the more outrageous she made her content, the more views she obtained. Even though these views would be comprised of people watching for the sole purpose of laughing at her, her views would go up nonetheless. At a certain point, she would devise a new strategy, combining outrageous content with calling out famous influencers. But if her goal is to actually convert people to the
I'm
vegan
listening.
lifestyle and not just increase her own notoriety, it certainly isn't working, as her image of the crazy vegan steers people away from considering it as
How
a
did you find
serious
her?
lifestyle. You could say a
don't know
lot
who
of
this lady
things
is.
about that vegan teacher, but one thing you definitely can't say is that she's lazy and isn't always trying new strategies to get people to be vegan. However, in terms of work ethic, the same could not be said for the next YouTuber on this list and our candidate for sloth. Sloth is the reluctance to work or make an effort, otherwise known as laziness. The best way we can apply this idea to the concept of YouTube is a failure to innovate and create new content, as we can pretty much examine every failed YouTube channel and see that 90% of the time, the chief cause of its downfall was lack of innovation. Boogie2988 is no exception to this rule and is a great candidate for the deadly sin of
298. I
sloth.
feel like I've seen
Boogie
a
hasn't
video
seen
on
a
him.
month of positive subscriber growth in over
this the
3
one
years, and the primary
Dante
reason
made
for
a-
this
he
is
made a
the fact
video
that his
on him, I
content
think.
never changes. A vast majority of his videos are him sitting in his room talking about something or complaining about his life. If you
Yeah,
look at a
I've seen
video
that guy.
made 1 year ago, 2 years ago, even 3 years ago, there's no significant change in video quality, the pacing, or really anything at all. The truth is, YouTube is such a competitive game that if you aren't changing anything, people will eventually get bored and watch someone else who is putting in the effort to make their videos perpetually better. And unfortunately for now, Boogie is not making the choice to do that.
Hey man, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're on the way to hitting 25K. You know the vibes. Did I do any shout outs? Hold on, let me see what the shout out the Game Collector, and I think that's the newest one. Game Collector TQRZHXN. Shout out to both of y'all. I appreciate y'all. Welcome to the fam. Let me know how y'all feel about the 7 deadly sins. Let me know if y'all think there was supposed to be someone else that was supposed to be on this list, or if you knew any of the people on this list, because I only knew like 3 of them. But that was your boy Connor. Till next time, peace.
Thank you. Hey! I love you.